My Sandra's in the loo coming down.
What was that?
We're live on Facebook, guys.
Yeah, it just tells me.
We're live on Facebook, guys. Oh, that's me telling everyone we're.
Hi, Paul.
Hello, Philip. How are you?
All right, still alive, are you?
Not quite certain yet.
Well, ask Sandra, she'll tell you.
I don't know, I'm just on my 4th Prosecco. What's going on tonight? I thought I was going to watch a film.
Okay, if you make it quick, you can still go to your film.
No, this is a film.
That's a way, yes, there's a comedy.
No, Call the Midwives on, but I've recorded it. I like that.
I
Heard of that, René?
He's not as pregnant.
Yeah. So is it on Netflix?
No, it's on BBC.
Oh yes. So welcome, David. You're very, very smart tonight.
Yes, hello.
Welcome
Rabbi.
to Rabbi David Shvezov. He's a friend of mine, and he's a rabbi from Hungary, and he's joining us. It's the first time you're coming to KLS, I think. Huh?
You're welcome, David.
Welcome,
Yes,
David.
hello, hi everyone. Thanks for coming. Yeah, actually from Zoom, through Zoom, but I've been watching the services on the Facebook already before.
Okay. Good.
Now I'm in
So I
Germany,
can see that.
so that's why I'm
Good.
So
Yeah, you're very, very smart. Wow.
there's
That's
not
a real rabbi. It's not like
That's a proper rabbi, René.
that's a proper rabbi. Exactly. Sorry, I'm going.
David, you don't wear
Let me change for a second.
David, you don't wear a beanie hat, do you?
Sorry?
You don't wear a beanie hat, a funny hat.
Oh, no way. I have that, but I'm wearing it just on high holidays in white color, and in some other holidays, like in Shavuot, for example, or in Pesach, I'm wearing it. But I would suppose actually every Shabbat, but I'm not wearing that. No. I know what you mean. That's kind of Santa Claus style, no? It doesn't
No, David, you speak to René. He will tell you later what I mean.
Yeah, because René wears a tea cozy.
Oh, the tea. It's in my drawer. Oh, welcome to Rabbi Charlie. Welcome and Mazel Tov to you. Mazel Tov. Thank you for making us the honor to be here tonight. It's really, really good
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Rabbi Charlie. Happy birthday to you.
Right. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. I think we're going to start our service now. I can see that on our Facebook feed, we have already, we have Celia Naval from Grenoble. Shabbat Shalom, Celia. It's good to have you with us. James is here as well. Shabbat Shalom, James, Tina and Neil, Michelle, Lisa, Meira, and Sibyl. Shabbat Shalom to you all. Shabbat Shalom to you, wherever you are on Zoom, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. It's a pleasure to be together tonight, especially a day where we're all supposed to stay at home, isolated. And I thought that what a great moment for us to come together as a community when we are not allowed to be physically together. So I'm going to start by sharing a song. You know it. It's Leman Achai Vere'ai, and it's a song by Rabbi Shlomo Karlebach, and we already used it several times, and I think it's a good way to start Shabbat. So it's very easy, and you already know it. למען אחי ורעי, למען אחי ורעי, אדברה נא, shalom bach. Once again, למען אחי ורעי, למען אחי ורעי, אדברה נא, shalom bach. למען בית אדוני אלוהינו, אבקשה טוב לך. למען בית אדוני אלוהינו, אבקשה טוב לך. למען אחי ורעי, למען אחי ורעי, אדברה נא, shalom bach. And when we have the English version here on the same tune, can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. For you, my brothers and friends, for you, my sisters and friends, please let me ask, please let me sing, peace to you. This is the house of our God. I wish the best to you. This is the house of our God. I wish the best to you. For you, my brothers and friends, for you, my sisters and friends, please let me ask, please let me sing, peace to you. Shabbat shalom. Can I have someone for the candle lighting? Who wants to light the candle? Rabbi Charlie, if you're here, I don't know if you're probably here. Are you happy to light the candles for us? Do you have a candlestick near you, actually? That's
they're already
question.
lit, actually.
Ah, they're already lit. Okay. So maybe, who hasn't lit the candle yet? Okay. Jill and Norman, I will ask you to lit maybe the candles for us.
I know I'm doing it. Thank you. Oh, hang on. You can't see me, but I'll try.
Yeah, we can see you. Yes.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotah v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. So we turn to page 69. 69. No, 70. Sorry, page 70. Oh, Tina, you've been drinking a wonderful Alsatian wine. That's good. That's a very good thing to do. Louis Sip, I don't know the house. Anyway, when I come to you next time, you will just spare a bottle for me, please. Page 70. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני. נריה נריה לצור אישנו נקדמה פניו בתודה. נריה נריה לצור אישנו בזמירות נריה לו. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני. Next page. Sing a new song to the Eternal One. Sing to your Creator, all the earth. Sing to the Eternal One. Praise God's name. Proclaim God's salvation from day to day. שירו לאדוני, שירו שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני, שירו שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בשרו מיום ליום ישועתו, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בשרו מיום ליום ישועתו. שירו לאדוני, שירו שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני, שירו שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ. Shalom Aleichem is on page 76. 76 for Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech Malachei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Mochem לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. ממלך מלאכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ברכוני לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. ממלך מלאכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. צאתכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. ממלך מלאכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. And we continue with Yedid Nefesh on page 78. And we are using the tune from Nava Tehillah from Israel, Jerusalem, a tune that we have already used during our Shabbat Ruchani services, and a tune that I think people really like. Yedid Nefesh, Avarachaman, Meshoch Avdecha, אל רצונך ירוץ עבדר, כמו אייל ישתחווה מול הדרך, ירב לו ידידותיו מנופת צוף וכל טעם. Okay, you look a bit perplexed. יגאל נא ובחוס חביב עלי את סוכת שלומך, תאיר ארץ מכבודך, נגילה ונשמחה בך, מהר אהוב גבעה מועד, וכוננו כי ימי עולם. לי 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 and we can sorry. We can also add another layer of music, which also comes from the Hasidic world. La 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Monica, it's good to have you with us. I can see that you have joined our Facebook feed. So Monica, Shabbat Shalom to you. And we turn now to the Lecha Dodi, which is on page 91. And then I will hand it over to Sandra for the Shema and its blessing. Page 91. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, ישמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה. מראש מקדם נאסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי בעורר קומי יורי. אורי יורי שידברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצולה. תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה. בואי חלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Have you noticed when we sing this in the synagogue, and at the moment when we sing Boi v'Shalom Ateret Bala, we turn towards the door, and you have always someone coming late who then open the synagogue's door when the whole congregation facing them. This happens, quite funny actually. It's not funny for a person, but okay, I can see that Boo enjoys the service. That's great. Now, Sandra, over to you, and we're on page 92.
Unmute. So we're on page 92, and if you want to stand for the Baruch Hu, please stand. La 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 Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, v'chochma poteach sha'arim, uvitvuna mashane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umsader et hakochavim, b'mishmarotechem berkia kirtsono. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Uma'avir yom umevi laila, umavdil ben yom uvein laila. Adonai tzvaot shemo. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. So let's read Ahavat Olam in English for a change. You read along with me, it's so nice. Unending love have you shown your people, the house of Israel. Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts have you taught us. When we lie down and when we rise up, we will reflect on the meaning of your laws and rejoice in the words of your Torah and in your mitzvot forever. On them we will meditate day and night, for they are our life and the length of our days. May your love never depart from us. We praise you, O God. You love your people, Israel. So now turning the page, we're at the Shema. Please stand or sit as you like. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, v'chol levavecha, u'v'chol nafshecha, u'v'chol me'odecha. V'hayu hadvarim ha'ele, asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha. V'shinantom levanecha, v'tibarat abam, v'shiftecha beveitecha, u'v'lechtecha v'aderech, u'v'shachbecha u'v'kumecha. Ukasharatom leot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot bein einecha, uchataftom al mezuzot beitecha, u'visharecha. Leman tiskaru, v'asitem et kol mitzvotai, v'yitem kadoshim lelohechem, ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, liyot lachem lelohim, ani Adonai Elohechem. All this we hold to be true and sure. You alone, Eternal One, are our God, and we are Israel, your people. You have freed us from oppressors and delivered us from tyrants. You led us out of Egypt forever to serve you in freedom. When we witnessed your power, we praised your name and gave thanks. Willingly, we accepted your rule. Then, full of joy, we sang together. Micha mocha ba'elim Adonai, Micha mocha netar ba'kodesh, Nora tehilot osefele, Nora tehilot osefele. Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed, Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed, Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed. I'll start that one a bit lower next time. V'ne'emar ki fada Adonai et Yaakov, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. Grant, eternal God, that we may lie down in peace, and let us rise up to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your wise counsel, and for your name's sake be our help. Shield us from sickness and war, from famine and distress, and keep us from wrongdoing. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you are our guardian and deliverer, a gracious and merciful God. Guard our going out and our coming in, that now and always we may have life and peace. Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol yoshvei tevel.
And now we're on page 97 at the top for the Amidah, the standing prayer, but please sit or stand as you feel would make you more comfortable. Adonai sefer tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el, Hagadol, Hagbora, V'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei HaKol, V'Zocher Chazdei Avot V'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei B'neihem, Lama'an Shemo B'Ahava, Melech Chozer U'Mashiach U'Magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Machayei Meitim atah Rav L'Hoshir. Mashiv Haruach U'Marid HaGeshem, Mazriach HaShemesh U'Marid HaTal. Machachel Chaim V'Chesed, Machayei Meitim B'Rachamim Rabim, Somek Noflim V'Rofei Cholim, U'Matir Asurim, U'Machayem Emunato L'Shenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'al Gevorot, U'Midom Elach, Melech Meimit U'Machayeh, U'Matzmiach Yeshua. B'nei Yaman atah l'chayot metim. Baruch atah Adonai, Machayeh hametim. You are holy. Awesome is your name. We have no God but you. We praise you, Eternal One, the Holy God. If you have been standing, then now you may sit. We thank you, O God, for this Sabbath day, which calls us to a closer communion with you. Though you are near to us at all times, you reveal your presence most clearly when we direct our thoughts towards you in worship and meditation. In you, O God, our humanity is exalted. You are our life. From you come its greatness, its power, its beauty. Establish in us, we humbly pray, a devotion to you that shall be firm in all the circumstances of life. May this service renew in our hearts the sense of your presence and bring us peace. And then at the bottom of page 99, those who keep the Sabbath, even on December the 25th, and call it a delight, know the joy of redemption. Yismachu b'malchutecha, Yismachu b'malchutecha, Shomrei Shabbat v'korei oneg, Amakacheshavi, Amakacheshavi, Kulam Yisbu, Vitangu Mituvecha, Vahashvi, Vahashvi, Rasita Bo, Vakidashto, Emdat Yamim, Emdat Yamim, Oto Karata, Zehela Masebereshi. Top of page 100. Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu Rotsebim no Kateinu Kachenu b'mitzvotecha v'tein chelkeinu b'toratecha Saveinu mituvecha v'samcheinu b'shuatecha v'tahel beinu le'avdecha be'emet V'hanchilenu Adonai Eloheinu v'ahavu ratzon Shabbat koshecha Shabbat koshecha V'yanuchu v'Yisrael L'kadeshei We praise you, O God, for the holiness of the Sabbath. Adonai Eloheinu, Achai Yisrael, Utefilatam b'Avatekaber, Utehilaratzon, Tamid Avodat Yisrael, Amecha, Yisrael Amecha, Arohata, Adonai, Sholecha levadecha, ve'yera no. We give thanks that you, Eternal One, are our God. Please read along with me if you have the text. We give thanks that you, Eternal One, are our God, as you were the God of our ancestors. You are the rock of our life, the power that shields us in every age. We thank and praise you for our lives, which are in your hand, for our souls, which are in your keeping, for the signs of your presence we encounter every day, and for your wondrous gifts at all times, morning, noon, and night. We praise you, O God, source of goodness, to whom our thanks are due. Shalom Rabbi Israel Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rabbi Israel Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Ki ata Melech Adon L'chol HaShalom. Ki ata Melech Adon L'chol HaShalom. Shalom Rabbi Israel Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rabbi Israel Amcha Tasim Le'olam. V'tov enecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael v'et kol ha'amim בכל עת ובכל שעה, לשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. Baruch atah Adonai, I'll say shalom. And just a few moments now of quietness for your own thoughts. Osei shalom b'mromah, u'yaseh shalom aleinu, v'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol yoshvei tevel. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ya kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ya kol yoshvei tevel. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ya kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, v'al kol yoshvei tevel.
Thank you, Vince, and thank you, Sandra, as well, for leading us in prayer. Tonight, I wanted to share with you not my thoughts about the Parshat HaShavua, which we do every Shabbat of the year, but in time of uncertainty, we turn to each other, but we also turn to literature and poetry, and because words have the power to stroke, to soothe, or to heal. And tonight, as we are all isolated in our homes, I wanted to share with you a poem written by a Native American poet, Joy Harjo, called "Praise the Rain." She asks us to be present to this moment, the crazy or the sad, the end of the beginning, to greet it all with one word, praise. And I will put it on my screen as well as I speak, because I think it's a lovely, lovely poem. And it's good to poetry. You have to listen. You also have to read as well. I know it's not this one. Hold on a second. Where are you? Yes, this one. No. So I'll be there in a second with you. It's probably, yes. Yes. Okay. So Praise the Rain by Joy Harjo. Praise the rain, the seagull dive, the curl of plant, the raven talk. Praise the herd, the house slack, the stand of trees, the dignity. Praise the dark, the moon cradle, the sky fall, the bear asleep. Praise the mist, the warrior name, the earth eclipse, the fire leap. Praise the backwards, upward sky, the baby cry, the spirit food. Praise canoe, the fish rush, the hole for frog, the upside down. Praise the day, the cloud cup, the mind flat. Forget it all. Praise crazy, praise sad. Praise the path on which we led. Praise the roads on earth and water. Praise the eater and the eaten. Praise beginnings, praise the end. Praise the song and praise the singer. Praise the rain, it brings more rain. Praise the rain, it brings more rain. So commenting on this poem, the Irish poet Padraig Ó Tuama, I'm not sure about the pronunciation, to be honest with you, says, so one of the things that I feel like this poem does is it feels like a contemporary response to Rumi's beautiful poem, The Guest House. Rumi has this gorgeous poem that says, this being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival. And Rumi goes on to describe that arriving at the door, perhaps a seemingly unwelcome visitor, a joy, a depression, a meanness, an awareness, a crowd of sorrows, the dark, the shame, the malice. And Rumi suggests that you should meet them all at the door, laughing. It's a very joyous poem in the middle of knowing lots of the dynamics of being human. And I feel like Jo Harjo's poem does something similar, but actually she doesn't tell you how to be. She doesn't say what your mood should be. She just says praise. She doesn't say be happy. She doesn't say smile. She doesn't say embrace all of these things. She simply says praise. Praise this, praise that, praise them all. She gathers them all into a whirlwind of belonging, a whirlwind of being human. And I think it's a very comforting poem because this isn't saying this is the way you should be. You can read this poem on a terrible day and go, Jo Harjo told me to praise crazy, praise sad. And that's as much as I can manage today. And I think it brings being yourself and being yourself in the midst of a changing dynamics of a day or a month or a year or a season. It brings all of that into some kind of embrace of belonging. And in the middle of it, she poses these extraordinary questions. Because the poem, I think, when you hear it first, you can just think, oh, it's all about nature, lovely, and everything is recognizable. But when you begin to make inquiries of a poem, you suddenly find all of these restless things at the heart of the poem, things that can't be contained. Why is this the house slack, for instance? Or why does the raven talk? And what does the raven say? Why do we care about the warrior's name? You also wonder, what does it mean that the sky is backwards and upward? And when you find all of these mysteries, these slightly restless, sometimes perhaps even mildly menacing factors at the heart of this, it can make you pay attention to the dynamics of these similar things in your own life and think, they too have a place, praise the rain, and to find yourself being drawn back into the natural world in the middle of all these things that are utterly uncontainable. So let us read again this poem one more time, and let these words dwell in you, make their ways into your inner world. Let them operate their power and allow you to build resilience in these difficult times with a proper state of mind, with a positive disposition of thoughts. So I'm going to put the poem on the screen again, and maybe this time I won't read it, so you won't be disturbed by my French accent. and you can just read it, either aloud in your homes or silently. So I will just put it back. Thank you. If you want this poem, I can send it to you. It's I always find very difficult to explain a poem. I always struggle because I think these words can resonate so differently in all of us. I can see that Carol Goldring has joined us. So Shabbat Shalom to you, Carol. Yes, I completely agree with you, Michel. Poetry helps us to understand the significance of the words themselves. Yeah, it's this kind of, it's not magic, of course, but this kind of place where I say words and I have intention in my words, and then you receive them, and you receive them, maybe you get my intentions or maybe not, but there's something happening, there's an exchange. And what I really liked in this poem personally was this positive disposition, praise the rain, praise sad, praise crazy. And in a way, the whole year that we are just about to finish has been all about our resilience and how do we deal with such a difficult situation. And there is, we have a choice. The choice is either to go into deep depression and to let us being completely overwhelmed by all the negativity around us, or to say, I can see the world differently. And it's the only choice we have. It's the only choice. We can't change the pandemic. We can't change anything else, but we can change the way we actually look at that. Right. So before we finish the service, tomorrow morning, I will have a study session on Jewish Jesus. It's Christmas today, so I thought we should have a look at Jesus in the Jewish tradition. And a lot of cats tonight. So I prepared something. I prepared some text which you can find on the on Careless Facebook page or group or page. I don't remember on which one we have put them. So there are texts from the New Testament and texts from the Jewish tradition. And I came across a very interesting text called Toldot Yeshu, which is the generations of Jesus, which was a text written. We don't really know when it was written, but it's a very interesting text, a Jewish text based on some rabbinic traditions that is not very sympathetic to Jesus, so obviously, which was, of course, censored by the Christians. And I found a summary made by a Christian scholar from the 17th century, because the whole text is a bit longer, but I check one against the other, and even the summary is very much a real summary of the text. So we'll have a look at this text tomorrow as well. And of course, my aim is not to to say that Jesus wasn't what the Christian says. Well, Jesus, it's not that at all. It's just to see how Jesus was understood in the Jewish tradition, and even in the New Testament, there are some texts that are really puzzling, which I will bring tomorrow. So if you have an hour to spare tomorrow, you have a link to our session. And is there anything else? So next week, I think it's on Friday evening. It's Tuesday. Yeah.
It's first Shabbat of 2021. It's me on Friday night, and I would particularly like you all to join me for that. I always would like you to join, but first Shabbat of the year, please join me next Friday.
Brilliant. Thank you, Sandra. And Shabbat morning, I think it's you, Craig. Yeah.
That's right. Yes, me.
Okay, good.
That's, Saturday. Saturday.
The Saturday. Yeah, brilliant. Andrea, you raised your hand. No? Okay, Lisa, the session will be recorded, of course. Sorry?
Hello. I just said hello. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, Andrea.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So can I ask maybe Craig to read for us page 213, and then if you want to sing it, please by all means do it. Rebecca is here and she will correct you, but I don't have the music in front of me, so I'm not going to ask you to do that just on the spot. Oh, good, Meira. Yeah. Please go on.
Yes, I shall read it. So page 213. And then all that has divided us will merge. And then compassion will be wedded to power. And then softness will come to a world that is harsh and unkind. And then both men and women will be gentle. And then both women and men will be strong. And then no person will be subject to another's will. And then all will be rich and free and varied. And then the greed of some will give way to the needs of many. And then all will share equally in the earth's abundance. And then all will care for the sick and the weak and the old. And then all will nourish the young. And then all will cherish life's creatures. And then all will live in harmony with each other and the earth. And then everywhere will be called Eden once again.
Thank you. So before we serve a Kaddish, on this Shabbat, we remember Robert Macmillan, the husband of Irene Macmillan. And let me just retrieve my...
There's my yacht site is on there. I think.
Okay. I mean, not you personally. You said your yacht site.
Yeah, site for my father, Philip Wagner.
Your father. Okay. I can't find the email now. Oh. Okay, good. So yes, so Philip Wagman, your father, Zichrono Livracha. Caroline Hell Rothschild, the mother of Ellen French, and Wendy Van Cole, the grandmother of Paul Ray. Zichronam Livracha, may the memory be a blessing. And do we have other name you would like to remember tonight? Okay. So we turn to page 524. יתגדל ויתקדש שמך רבה, בעלמא דברך חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון, ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהא שמך הבא מברך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברר וישתבר ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ביחתה ושירתה, תוש בחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל בני אדם ואמרו אמן. Right, so let's do the Yom Zeh Israel together, and I want you to do Yom Zeh when it's the appropriate time, so everybody online can actually see us. So we're on page 614. No. Oh gosh, I should know my Siddur by heart now. Ah, yes, okay. 644. Yeah, I wasn't too far. יום זה לישראל אורה ושמחה, אורה ושמחה, שבת מנוחה. יום זה לישראל אורה ושמחה, שבת מנוחה, שבת מנוחה. ציווית פיקודים במעמד סיני, שבת ומועדים לשמור בכל שני, לכל לפני מעשה דברוך, שבת מנוחה, שבת מנוחה. יום זה, יום זה לישראל אורה ושמחה, אורה ושמחה, שבת מנוחה. יום זה לישראל אורה ושמחה, שבת מנוחה. שבת מנוחה. חמדת הלבבות לאומה שבוכה, לנפשות ניחבות נשמה יתך, מנפש מצרך יסיר הנחה. שבת מנוחה, שבת מנוחה. יום זה לישראל אורה ושמחה, אורה ושמחה, שבת מנוחה. יום זה לישראל אורה ושמחה, שבת מנוחה, שבת מנוחה. קידשת ברכת אותו מכל ימים, בששת כילית מלאכת עולמים, בו מצאו הגונים השקט וביתך. שבת מנוחה, שבת מנוחה. יום זה לישראל אורה ושמחה, אורה ושמחה, שבת מנוחה. יום זה לישראל אורה ושמחה, שבת מנוחה, שבת מנוחה. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Rabbi Shvezov, may I ask you to do the Kiddush for us? The Kiddush is on page, if you have a Siddur, I mean it's the same in almost every Siddurim, it's on page 564.
564, okay.
564.
Yes, thanks. I would like to ask you, because I'm not having wine in front of me, but I will think about all of you who are actually just having wine and who are ready to drink after that wine. So I will think about you and sing the blessing.
Okay.
ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם, ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישבות ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא פרי הגפן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצבנו, ושבת קודשו באהבה וברצון הנחילנו, זיכרון למעשה בראשית. כי הוא יום תחילה למקרא קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, לשבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
Amen. L'chaim.
L'chaim. It sounds remarkably the same in Hungarian, doesn't
it? So, Natalia, do you have your challah? Is it baked or yet or not? Where's Natalia? Is she gone? Okay, good. Okay, we say the bracha over the bread with Natalia. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Bon appétit.
It's good.
I'm going to make some bread next week, so you can have some.
Sandra, I wish you a long life.
Yes, Sandra.
Wish you a long life. Oh, we're not.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. That was, yes, my dad died on the day of the tsunami, which was December the 22nd, I think, 2004. Do you remember the big tsunami in the Far East? Yeah.
Indonesia, yes, yeah, of course. Right.
I had a friend of mine in that tsunami, a Muslim friend, and they were on holiday in a hotel on the beach, and they were due to go back that day. And instead of staying in their room, they decided at the very last minute just go for a walk up the hill, and hence they're still alive.
I think it's Boxing Day as well.
Well, I'm missing now.
I actually thought
Abdallah.
I actually thought the tsunami was on Boxing Day, but could be wrong.
I think it was slightly earlier than, and I think it was like the 22nd or something like that, but I may be wrong. I may have misremembered it well.
I think it was Boxing Day because I remember it. It was in 2004, and I was in exactly that place 2 years before 2000.
26, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was there.
So maybe,
26. Yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking of my dad's funeral rather than his death. I knew it was I just remember the tsunami news being all over the news at the time.
Yeah, but I remember being there 2 years the day before it.
2 days before it.
Yeah, 2 years to the day. Yeah.
2 years before it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's about 250,000 people died. Something absolutely enormous. Yeah. Gosh. So Karen, we've got your paperwork.